Lil Skies not do drugs, I only smoke drugs. And I got all the drugs in the world that you need. And that shit's not cool.
You can't handle the lean.
Lil Skies, or by his real name, Tumultuous, blew up in the late 2017, early 2018. By that time, he is already dropping hit after hit, as in Nowadays, Welcome to the Rodeo, Lust, and Creeping. Now, his last major hit was I. He also had a couple songs between that time that didn't go completely viral, but did put up good numbers, like Magic, Having My Way featuring Lil Durk, and a couple other songs I may be forgetting, like Name in the Sand. Now, how did Lil Skies have the world on his shoulders to being almost completely unknown to the music industry? Let's talk about it.
Well, you started freestyling at age 3?
Yeah, I was just messing around. I was probably like 4. I think my pop said I was like 4. I think he got the recording or something. And my dad was always doing music, or when I would go around my dad, when I would be around him, that's what he did. So like, anytime I go around him, that's kind of like what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, because I thought it was cool, because that's what he was doing with his friends.
Right, and your dad is a rapper as well.
Yeah, he was.
Originally went by the name Dark Skies.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know where his music desires came from. Let's talk about when he started to actually blow up and see a little fame and a little success with the music. Now, he would drop for years on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and etc., but he really found his style of music through the SoundCloud era. I'm sure y'all have all heard of it. It's where a lot of your favorite artists really blew up from, as in Trippie Redd, Juice WRLD, Lil Uzi Vert, etc. Some of his very early songs in like mid 2016, such as Off the Goop, Rude, Bad Vibes, and The Sauce. These songs were the beginning of when everything was about to change. Now, if you didn't know, Lil Skies also attended college during his, beginning of his music career, and he landed a spot at his college to perform with Fetty Wap. That's when he knew everything was about to change. Along with these songs we just talked about that were semi-blowing up and, getting some buzz. But it wasn't until he collaborated with a video director named Lyrical Lemonade, aka Cole Bennett. Now, y'all know the story, but let's talk about it. I don't know why I said y'all probably know the story, because honestly, half of y'all, or even more, probably don't, because it's 2024 and people ain't fucking with Lil Skies like that. Even though I am still a big fan and always will be, you get what I'm saying. Now, I feel like everybody at least has heard Nowadays at least once, like, Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. That shit, okay? What if I told you that song was almost not even able to be released at the time? And at the beginning of, before they even started recording anything, Nowadays wasn't even the song they were going to be using. They were going to be doing a song called Big Money, which did come out, but there was never a music video for it. So let me show you this real quick. This is going to blow your mind.
Nowadays, and that's a funny story from top to bottom, because we were supposed to do Big Money. You remember?
That's crazy.
And the school hits me saying we can't put it out. Remember I was hitting you, I was like, yo, I don't think we can put out Nowadays.
What happened again? Yeah, why would they let us?
Because you had, we didn't get an official approval. We didn't write it off on the a location release.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually have permission to shoot there. And then
But
they were saying
so cool, man.
They were cool in the moment, but then the actual the city board and stuff was it's this kid with face tats, but they hadn't even heard the song. One, they didn't know. It was just this whole thing. So I remember I was in
Yeah,
Europe,
I do remember that.
and I came back because I was telling you guys I don't think the video's gonna be able to come out. Go back to the school, and I remember I typed out this whole counter argument to anything that they could say, and I'm sitting there, I was like, yo, this is a big moment. They're wearing the Letterman's jacket. It's good for the kids. They're gonna want to thrive in academics and sports and shit to get Letterman jackets and shit. And they're like, nah, we can't do it. It's a bad look for the school. What about the kids that are thinking about moving to Plano and they see this kid with face tats rapping in the hallways? I remember I went home and I looked at when they have the school board meetings, because they can't actually unless the whole school board, city board sits down and rules something out, they can't rule it out. So they hadn't even had it yet. And I was like, yo, they're about to go on winter break. tomorrow. They're all gonna leave the school. Like, let's just drop this shit and see what happens. So I remember we dropped it, went #1, trended on YouTube. That was the first Lyrical Lemonade video to ever do that.
Crazy.
It did 1 million views in 24 hours, and like the school never hit me. They didn't say anything. They just like,
Yeah, that was crazy too. They was like, I don't know. I guess it's like,
Yeah.
fuck it, yeah, it's going up. Like,
and now it's one of the most like for everyone, all the kids in that school, bro. You know how much inspiration you brought them and like motivation. That like that's something that they're gonna have forever.
Yeah,
like, you know, that's
dope.
probably the biggest thing that's ever happened at school. And that
That's
school has
fire.
won 2 state championships. Like this
That's
shit
fire.
has almost 200-300 million views on YouTube. Like
That's crazy.
it's crazy what time can do. And
That is such a unique story. Like, honestly, how everything just worked out and added up. It also took Cole Bennett, aka Lyrical Lemonade's channel, off, like blew it through the roof. Because if you don't know, Lil Skies is one of the first artists on that channel to blow up with Red Roses, Creeping, Nowadays, and etc. So we've talked about, you know, the come up and the rise, but now we gotta talk about the fall. Now, after, you know, he kind of took over the world in 2017-18, by 2020, people done forgot about him. And the most reason for that is because bro quit dropping music. He is the most inconsistent rapper I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he'll release 1, 2, 3 singles out of a year, bro. You're not Drake, you're not Kendrick Lamar. You ain't that guy. Like, you can't just disappear and expect everyone to stay for you and for your views and music to be the same after you took 2 years off. I mean, look at this. 2 singles in 2019 and 4 in 2020. Now, mind you, in 2020, when he took that long ass break and came back, bro, his music was doing good. He dropped Riot, did really well. Having My Way went platinum, I'm pretty sure, with Lil Durk. Bro could have kept the momentum, but instead he drops one more song before the album, and it's arguably the worst song he's ever released. Bro is literally in a tunnel, bro, a fucking tunnel.
Fuck niggas say you got a problem. Hold up, nigga, keep your head up. I'm a young nigga, got my bread up. I'm fucking his bitch, my leg up.
Bro chose that for the final song before the album and expected people to be excited for the album. Like, bro, your album's called Unbothered, bro. I'm bothered by the songs in the album. I mean, the numbers and copies sold really does speak for itself for this album. Some of the most cringiest lines I've ever heard from an artist.
These niggas be acting like nerds. These niggas, they shit, they turds.
Now, I'm not saying there wasn't no good songs on the album, so y'all relax, but y'all gotta agree with me. Like, what the fuck is that bar? These people, they shit, they turds? I never want to hear that lyric or words. Now, after this, he did release an, what's it called? A little mixtape or an album deluxe, a deluxe, and I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty fire. I did enjoy it. It didn't do great numbers, but it had a cool little feature with Trippie Redd and just a bunch of fan favorite snippets. Now, I'm gonna get into that real quick. Bro, where is all of the fire snippets you be showing? There's so many snippets and leaked songs that would blow you back up, but you refuse to release them. I mean, look at these views, bro. If you would release them on your channel and be an official video, music video or audio, bro, like, I just don't understand it. Now, I do feel like having a kid and all the drugs probably did have a lot to do with his disappearance. Now, I don't want to get into that because that's his life and his, you know, personal shit that I don't feel comfortable talking about, or do I even know the whole situation. He claims he's clean now. He does look better and more healthy. I don't want this video to be, you know, an hour long or a damn movie or a document of his life. But yeah, I do think he has potential to make a comeback. Not saying he's going to be on top of the world again or, you know, even anything crazy like that, but I do know he has a strong fan base. I'll always be a fan of Lil Skies. He's very talented. He carried my whole life through high school and helped me out with a bunch of shit. And I know he's helped a lot of y'all out, especially if you're watching this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Lil Skies and the situation. If you do want more content from me, make sure you just hit that subscribe button, man. It really means the world. Like the video where this shit gets pushed out, and comment down below what you think about this. I could go on and on. There's a lot more to talk about, but like I said, I don't want this to be too long. We covered a lot of it, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is new to me, this type of content. I appreciate all the support on the last couple videos, and I'll continue to do more. Stay safe, y'all.